Hello, we're back on the boat and we are just doing a light switch. The light switch is mounted on the wall, so what I'm doing here is just marking out to make a cutout to sink the back of the light switch into the wall. Yeah, so a bit of marking out. Squiggly line, because you always put a squiggly line on the bit you're going to cut out. And just using the multi-tool just to cut away through that panel. Obviously the cables are behind there, so when I go across the top I'll be quite careful to make sure that I'm not cutting into the cable. It does take a little time, this, but slow and careful is the way. Multi-tools are brilliant pieces of kit, they really are, they do all sorts. So that's the two sides of the cutout. Now I know there's no cables at the bottom, so I can cut the bottom out. And now there's just the top, so I need to, just as I said, just be a little bit careful here. There we go, that's the little bit cut out. Ooh, no, a little bit more. To the final length for now. No need to have too much cable hanging around behind the wall. Strip the end off. And I'm just getting a ferrule there, just to put on the end of the cable. Just makes it a lot easier and a neater job to put that on the screw terminal. There we go, that's the ferrule fitted. And the switch. So I'm doing these cables one at a time here, because they're both labelled. One's a feed and one goes off to the light. So I just want to make sure that I get these the right way around in the switch. So it's easier just to do one side first. There's a bunch of strip both off, you've lost the end that tells you which is which. So just do the other one now. It's the same process all over again. Cut to length. Strip the insulation. And fit the ferrule onto it. Use the special crimping tool there for the ferrules. And fit it to the switch. Okay, just give them a little tug and make sure they're all secure. And then pop the switch onto the wall. I'm just grabbing some screws there, just using the black screws. And a manual screwdriver. Right. And pop the other screw in. And there we go. All done. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm just marking up for, there's some USBs which are attached to the 12 volt system. It's a bit more efficient to run it that way. So what I'm going to do is just put the USB socket onto the wall, pop the wires over the back, which is the wires you can see hanging down there, and then that's all good and done. It just needs a hole to put the cable through. There's nothing into the back, so we don't need to cut out any of the panelling. And yeah, so you'll see how we fit them. and that's it fitted. Those cables will tidy up out of the way, and just a little flap, USBs under, and a little switch. All good. Hello there. Right, okay, so end of the workday for today. So what we've done is we've removed the rear doors. There's a panel secured in place there. And then down the sides. Same on the sides. So again, we've removed these two doors. And the front there. So move the two front doors from there, and the two hatch doors on the other side too. So basically what we're doing is we're taking them home so that we can paint the doors. The windows are on order from Coldwell's, so we need to have the doors painted before those windows can go in. So yeah, they're all going home to be painted. So until then it's going to stay boarded up like this. Yeah, it's going to keep the weather out. So yep, we'll see you next time, I guess. Yeah.